So, you're thinking about a trip to Munich. Hold on. Before you book anything, you should know that most guides point you to the same modern, touristy spots. If you want to see the real Munich, the city of kings, castles, and incredible history, then this is the guide for you. Welcome to Munich, the magnificent heart of Bavaria. This city is an absolute treasure chest of history, art, and royal legacy. But with so much to see, it's easy to get lost in the crowds and miss what really makes this place tick. That's why today, we're skipping the superficial stuff. I'm taking you on a journey to the 10 essential historic sites that truly define Munich. These are the places that tell the story of the powerful Wittelsbach dynasty, show off mind-blowing architecture, and hold the very soul of the city. So, if you're ready to unlock timeless Munich, let's get started. Number 1, Marienplatz and Neues Rathaus. We're kicking things off right here, in what has been the city's nerve center since the 1100s, Marienplatz. For over 800 years, this square has seen it all, from medieval tournaments to those famous Christmas markets. But the star of the show is, without a doubt, the building towering behind me, the Neues Rathaus, or New Town Hall. Now, don't let the name fool you. New is a relative term. This incredible neo-Gothic masterpiece was finished in the early 20th century, and its facade is just covered in statues of Bavarian dukes, kings, and local legends. But the real magic happens every single day. Look up at that central tower. That's the world-famous Glockenspiel. At 11 a.m. and 12 p.m., its 43 bells and 32 life-sized figures move to reenact two stories from Munich's past, a royal wedding and the Cooper's Dance, which was first performed to celebrate the end of the plague. It's a charming show that always draws a crowd for a reason. Standing here, you are literally at the center of Munich's civic and historic life, which makes it the perfect place to start our tour. Number 2, the Munich Residenz. From the heart of the city, we're taking a short walk to the heart of royal power. This is the Munich Residenz, and you simply cannot miss it. For nearly 400 years, from 1508 all the way to 1918, this was the home and government seat for Bavaria's rulers, the Wittelsbach dynasty. What makes the Residenz so incredible is that it's not just one building, it's a massive complex with 10 courtyards and over 130 rooms. It's actually Germany's largest city palace, and walking through it feels like you're traveling through time. Each ruler added their own wing, reflecting the style of their era, so you'll see jaw-dropping Renaissance halls right next to over-the-top Baroque galleries, delicate Rococo rooms, and elegant neoclassical apartments, all under one roof. Two spots in here are absolute showstoppers. First, the Antiquarium. It's the largest Renaissance hall north of the Alps, and it is breathtaking. Second, the Treasury, or Schatzkammer. This is where you'll find the Bavarian crown jewels, along with a dazzling collection of gold, crystals, and ivory. It's a stunning display of the immense power the Wittelsbachs had. To understand Bavaria, you have to understand its rulers, and their story is written in the very stones of the Residenz. Number 3, Nymphenburg Palace. If the Residenz was all about political power, our next stop was the place to get away from it all. Welcome to Nymphenburg Palace, the stunning Baroque summer home of the Bavarian royals. The name itself means Castle of the Nymphs, which is a perfect nod to the classical mythology that inspired its design. The palace was commissioned back in the 17th century to celebrate the birth of an heir, and over the generations it just kept growing into this majestic estate. The main palace is gorgeous, with its stone hall and incredible frescoes, but one of the most fascinating spots is King Ludwig I's Gallery of Beauties. It's a collection of 36 portraits of women, from all walks of life, from a shoemaker's daughter to the king's own mistress, all chosen simply because he found them beautiful. But the palace is only half the adventure. The real joy of Nymphenburg is its gigantic 490-acre park. It's a masterpiece of landscape design, full of canals, lakes, and hidden pavilions. You can wander for hours and stumble upon romantic little hideaways like the Amalienburg, a pink hunting lodge that's a perfect Rococo jewel box, or the Pagodenburg, an exotic, Asian-inspired tea house. It's a perfect royal retreat, just a short tram ride from the city center. Number 4, Frauenkirche. No building defines the Munich skyline quite like our fourth stop, the Frauenkirche, the Cathedral of Our Dear Lady. Its two iconic onion dome towers are so important to the city's identity that a local referendum ensures no new buildings in the center can be built taller, protecting this view forever. They are, and will always be, the most recognizable landmark in Munich. Built in the 15th century, the cathedral was finished in a remarkably fast 20 years. Architecturally, it's a great example of late Gothic style, imposing but simple, and a huge contrast to the super ornate Baroque churches you see elsewhere in Bavaria. Inside, the soaring vaulted ceilings just give you this feeling of immense space and peace. But the Frauenkirche has a great little secret. Near the entrance, you'll find a strange footprint in a floor tile, the devil's footprint. As the legend goes, the devil helped finance the church, but only if it was built with no windows. The clever architect designed the nave so that from that one spot, the massive columns block the view of every single window. When the devil realized he'd been tricked, he stomped his foot in a rage, leaving the mark behind for good. After you've seen it, make sure you go up the South Tower. It has one of the best panoramic views of Munich, and you can even see the Alps on a clear day. Number 5, St. Peter's Church, Alter Peter. Just a short walk from Marienplatz is our 5th stop, a place locals lovingly call Alter Peter, or Old Peter. This is St. Peter's Church, and it's the oldest parish church in Munich, with roots going all the way back to the 12th century. This church has literally watched Munich grow from a tiny medieval settlement into the grand capital it is today. Inside, it's a beautiful Rococo church, but the real reason Alter Peter is on our list is the view. Its 91-meter tall tower offers what I, and many others, think is the single best panoramic viewpoint in the whole city. Now, fair warning, there's no elevator. You have to earn this view by climbing over 300 steps up a pretty narrow, winding staircase. It's a bit of a workout, I won't lie, but when you step out onto that viewing platform 56 meters up and catch your breath, you're rewarded with an absolutely incredible 360-degree vista. You get that perfect postcard shot of the new town hall and the Frauenkirche, with the entire old town at your feet. On a clear day, you can see for 100 kilometers, all the way to the snow-capped Alps. It's an unforgettable way to really get a feel for this amazing city. Alright, we're halfway through our list. If you're finding this guide to classic Munich helpful and you want more travel content just like this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, and you won't miss our next adventures. Now, let's get back to it. Number 6, English Garden, Englischer Garten. Coming in at number 6 is a place that shows off the more relaxed side of Munich's history, the Englischer Garten, or English Garden. Don't let the peaceful vibe fool you, this is not just any old park. At 375 hectares, it's one of the largest urban parks in the world, yet, it's even bigger than New York's Central Park. What makes it a classic historic site is that it was created way back in 1789 by Elector Karl Theodor. But he didn't build it for royalty, he created it as one of the very first public parks in Europe, for everyone to enjoy. It was designed in the popular English landscape style, meant to look like a more natural, idealized version of the countryside, a big change from the rigid, formal French gardens of the time. Inside this huge green space, you'll find a few iconic spots. There's the Chinese Tower, a whimsical, 25-meter tall pagoda that has one of Munich's most popular beer gardens. There's also the Monopteros, a little Greek-style temple on a hill with lovely views. And of course, you have to see the Eisbachquelle, a man-made river wave where you can watch surfers, yes, surfers in the middle of a city, shredding waves all year long. It's the perfect blend of royal design and public life. Number 7, Assamkirche, Assam Church. Our 7th stop is proof that the best things often come in small packages. This is the Assamkirche, and you could easily walk right past its narrow entrance, which is squeezed between two regular houses on a shopping street. But stepping inside is one of the most jaw-dropping experiences in all of Munich. This church is a masterpiece of late Baroque and Rococo art. It was built between 1733 and 1746, not by the city or a king, but as a private chapel for two brothers, Egypt Quirin Assam, a sculptor, and Cosmas Damian Assam, a painter. Since it was their own project, they had total creative freedom, and they basically used it as a portfolio to show off their incredible talent. Egypt Quirin even designed it so he could see the main altar from a window in his house next door. Every single inch of the interior is covered in incredible stucco work, swirling frescoes and dramatic sculptures. The whole space is intentionally theatrical, meant to completely overwhelm your senses. It's divided into 3 levels. The lower area for worshippers is kept darker to symbolize worldly suffering, while the ceiling, dedicated to God, is bathed in this brilliant, heavenly light. It feels less like a church and more like a sacred, hidden treasure box. Number 8, Alte Pinakothek, Kunsthaus. For our 8th stop, we're heading to Munich's Museum Porta, the Kunsthaus, to visit a different kind of temple, the Alte Pinakothek, or Old Picture Gallery. Munich has tons of world-class museums, but this one is the classic, representing the incredible artistic passion of the Wittelsbach dynasty. This gallery is one of the oldest in the world, founded by King Ludwig I to show off the family's collection of masterpieces. It's basically a who's who of European painters from the 14th to the 18th centuries. Here you'll come face to face with works by titans like Albrecht Dürer, Raphael, Rembrandt, and Peter Paul Rubens. The collection of Rubens' paintings, in particular, is one of the best on the entire planet. So why is this a must-do? Because it's not just an art gallery, it's a journey through the cultural history of Europe, seen through the eyes of Bavaria's most powerful family. It shows you how Munich became a major center for the arts, a reputation it still has today. While its sister museum, the Neue Pinakothek, is closed for a huge renovation until 2029, the Alte Pinakothek offers a timeless and unforgettable experience. Number 9, Olympia Park. Our 9th stop might seem like a modern choice, but it's a hugely important piece of Munich's story and architectural history, the Olympia Park. Built for the 1972 Summer Olympics, this park was a very deliberate statement. Germany wanted to present a new, democratic, and optimistic face to the world, a complete contrast to the 1936 Berlin Games. The theme was the Green Olympic Games, and the result is a masterpiece of landscape design. The park was built on an old airfield that had become a Trümmerberg, a massive hill made from the rubble of World War II bombings. The architects brilliantly transformed this scarred landscape into a beautiful, rolling green oasis. The most iconic feature is the revolutionary tent-like roof designed by Fry Otto, which seems to float over the stadium, aquatic center, and sports hall. It was a groundbreaking design that still looks futuristic today. Today, the park is a beloved spot for locals. You can ride the elevator up the 291-meter Olympic Tower for another stunning view, or just walk through the park and appreciate how visionary design can create a positive legacy, so much so that it's now being considered for UNESCO World Heritage status. Number 10, Karlsplatz, Statius. We end our tour at our 10th and final spot, Karlsplatz, though if you want to sound like a local, you'll call it Statius. This massive square is the grand entrance to Munich's Old Town and its main pedestrian shopping street. But it's so much more than just a busy intersection, it's a historic gateway. The main feature here is the Karlster, one of the city's original medieval gates. Walking through it really feels like passing through a portal from the modern city into its historic heart. The gate, along with the grand, semicircular building around the square, creates a powerful sense of arrival. Statius perfectly captures the blend of old and new that defines Munich. You have a medieval gate standing right next to modern department stores, and a huge fountain that's a popular hangout spot in the summer. It's a place where centuries of history collide with the energy of today. It's the perfect place to wrap up our tour, reminding us that while Munich loves its royal legacy, it is also a vibrant, living city. It's the perfect spot to pause, reflect on all the incredible sights we've seen, and maybe start a new adventure, exploring the city's amazing shops and cafes. And there you have it, the 10 essential classic sites that unlock the true heart of Munich. From the royal splendor of the Residenz and Nymphenburg to the heavenly views from Alter Peter, these are the places that really tell the city's story. For me, the top 3 unmissable experiences have to be the sheer, overwhelming opulence of the Munich Residenz, the stunning surprise of walking into the tinier Saalkirche, and that unforgettable panoramic view from the top of St. Peter's Church. And here's one last bonus tip: if you plan on visiting a few palaces and castles, look into the Bavarian Palace Department's multi-day tickets. They can save you a good bit of money and get you into over 40 of the most beautiful sites in all of Bavaria. Thank you so much for joining me on this classic tour of Munich. If you enjoyed this guide, Please give this video a like and make sure you're subscribed. In our next video, we're exploring the best day trips from Munich, including a journey to a certain fairy tale castle you won't want to miss. Until then, travel well.